B. This is piece B. It has a yellow sticker on it. You're going to want to make sure that that is facing upwards. Okay? Up. If you can see right here, there's a little piece that we're going to stick a flathead screwdriver in and bend outwards. Now we're going to do that later. Don't fucking do it now. You're going to fuck the whole goddamn thing up. Yellow sticker, up. Alright? This is B. And then there's 4 E's. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright? Now they literally just fit into each other. Click, 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 click. Push them down, get them in. You can do it with your hands. You can put it on the floor and push down. It'll go in, I promise. And that's where we're at. Okay? Now, I just want to make sure that I'm telling you the right pieces and parts. So we have... What's that? AA and BB, yes. So, AA, BB. It's a bolt with a nut. We're going to put that on the end. Okay? It's nice and tight. I'd like to get a little bit tighter, but I don't have anything to do it with at the moment. You don't need to see me tightening bolts. Doesn't matter. This is our stopper. This is our stopper from the motor. So basically what's going to happen, or what the only purpose for this bolt is so when the door goes up, it can't go any further than this point. The motor will let you know that there's a force error. This is important. Make sure that's in. Doesn't matter if you go from the top or the bottom. Completely honest with you, doesn't make a fucking difference. But visually speaking, do it like that. Okay? We're going to keep it moving. So, we have our trolley, which is part G. Part G. Trolley. Throw her on. And we're going to move this all the way to the back. Okay? So it's going to hit on that nut. And you see what that nut's for. Okay? Now, we're going to take a screwdriver, any screwdriver that fits, and we're going to stick it through the next hole in. Why are we doing this? I'll tell you why. Because that's going to stop the trolley from moving forward. This is going to be important when we're putting tension on the belt. Okay? Next we're going to install the wheel, if you will, the gear. It's really just a pass-through. I'd call it just a wheel. We're going to install the wheel with the belt, and we're going to wrap it around. Okay? We're going to install the back brace, which is part... Come on, Brian!
The back brace is part C.
Part C. This is what attaches to the motor itself. So we're going to end up putting this onto the back end here, and we're going to clip it in. Okay? And then this is going to get bolted to the motor. Easy enough, right? Okay. So we're going to wrap the belt around the motor, through the wheel, and clip it onto here. And on the other end, we're going to clip it onto here. That's where things might get a little tricky. So we're going to actually have to tension the spring-loaded device that it's included. We'll show you. And then pop it. You'll know when it happens, I promise. So, that's what's going to happen. Screwdriver is going to stop this. We'll come back. I promise. We'll show you what's going on. Just like I was telling you how things clip together, this is part C. This is the piece that attaches to the motor. All right, so we're going to put this in the back of E and push it on in. Very simple. That's what I was trying to explain earlier. All you got to do is smash it in. Okay? So, now we have the motor. These little bolts were already inside. So we just took them out. We're using a 1/2 inch socket. And we're going to put it back in. It's as easy as that. Now your rail system's installed. Next step, we're going to come back. We're going to install our wheel. That's going to allow the belt to go around. And we're going to tension it. Alright guys, so we have CC, DD, and EE. We got a bolt, got a lock washer, we got a nut. Cool? We got our wheel. Looks like this. I don't know what fucking part it is. Brian, if you want to help me out.
The wheel is A.
Alright, so we have A. We have the back end. Alright. We're going to take our belt with the one little screw hole side and we're going to put that through. I'm going to move that so you can see what I'm doing. Alright. Now, I'm going to take piece A, slide it in. Take our bolt. There's only one way it'll go in. You can't put it in the wrong way. Okay? It's actually sized so it can't happen. Good. Take our lock washer. It's going to go on the bottom end, and we need to get the right size lock washer because that makes a huge fucking difference. We have our lock washer that fits on the back of that, and our nut. Okay. We're just going to finger tighten this on. I'm going to take my crescent just to hold it in the back. And then we're going to tighten this up just a little bit. Doesn't have to be crazy. Okay? That lock washer's on there. It's going to do the job. That's literally its only fucking job on the planet. Okay? So, now we're going to pull our belt through. Make sure the teeth are on the inside of the wheel, part A. So this little tab that I told you not to fuck with earlier, we're going to fuck with it. Okay? Let's stick our flathead screwdriver in, and we're going to lift it up. Okay, straight up, just like that. Now that's gonna not allow our carriage, or whatever you want to call it, to move any further than this point. And that's what we want. Our carriage is over there, everything's good. Alright, we're gonna reset real quick. We're gonna move the motor back here so you can see kind of what we're doing. We're gonna start working on the tension. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is kind of the final stages of putting this whole fucking thing together. Good news is we're almost done. The bad news is kind of the more important part. if you will. Alright, so pieces you're going to need. You're going to need the tensioning spring. Looks like this, comes in a bag like that. Okay? You're also going to need the pin pieces. These are a pain in the cock. I'm telling you right now. So, what we're going to do, we're going to take one side of our belt, assuming that it is the right way. We're going to slide it in. That's okay. Alright, that's what we need right there. What I also need is my goddamn screwdriver back. Okay. Alright, we're going to take our cardboard off, pull it, make sure it's nice and tight. Wrap it around, and this is where we're at. Kind of let it fall. It's okay. Alright. So, if you want to come in a little bit closer, I'll show you exactly how this is going to happen. So we have a couple pieces here. We have a piece that kind of looks like a bike chain. We have the piece that goes on top. And then we have the locker that goes over that. Now there are little lands in this piece here where this locker is going to go into. It's okay if you can't see it right now. You'll kind of get the gist of it when you have your hands on it. Okay? So, we're going to take our spring outside and our chain link. We're going to put it through the back. And then in. Good. We're going to take our closer, put it right on there, and then we're going to take our locker and we're going to snap it into those little grooves. Now you're probably going to need a pair of pliers for this. We're going to cut out while I figure out how I'm going to get that on. Looks like I might be able to do it with my fingers. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so you can do it with your fingers if you want, or you can grab a pair of pliers. Not really a big deal either way, but this is what you're looking for. Okay, so now we're going to move this down just a little bit. This is the spring, and that's what's going to go through that hole. Now we need to create a little bit more tension. As much tension as we can. And we're going to take the spring off. Okay? Easy enough. Now we want the spring to go through this bolt hole right here. I'm sorry. No. And we're going to screw that back on. that all right. So, this is where we need to be. And this is good. So, we're gonna take our screwdriver out and we're gonna finger tighten, gentlemen. Don't finger blast it. You're gonna ruin the orgasm. She's never gonna call you again. What the fuck are we doing? Garage, sorry. Finger tighten. Finger tighten. So what we're doing right now is we're creating tension. See? It's doing it all on its own. That's what we want. So we want this to be finger tight. And we're going to stick a screwdriver. There are little holes, little grooves here. Let's see if I can pull one out. There's a little groove right here. Right there. I'm going to put a screwdriver. And then with a crescent or any wrench, you're going to pop it. It is a pain in the dick, I'll tell you that much. Alright. That's it. Popped. We're tight. Good to go. Team, so we're back. Last piece of the puzzle. This is our cap. Came in its own little baggie with 3 screws. Simple, simple. Line it up. Drive it home. Alright, and this is absolutely 100% together. Alright, so the next step is really simple. It's going to help if you guys have a buddy to help you, I promise that. You can do it by yourself, I know you can, but have a buddy around.
Safety first.
Yeah, well, safety third. So you're going to take a pin. There's only one long pin. There's a shorter pin. That's not the one you're using. You want the long pin right now. And a little keychain doohickey fucking looking thingy. I don't know what to call it. But you're gonna come over here to the header. Stick the pin through. And keychain. Now we're locked in. That's it. We're done. And you can rest it. It's not going to go anywhere. Nice. See? Beautiful. So now when we bring this up, it should be 10 inches. Should go right to there and right to here. evenly. So kind of final steps here. You can use your shoulder to kind of prop this up however you need to. We need to get a bolt right through here. Back. In. Lock washer. Nut. All right, so we're gonna lock this down, but remember what I told you earlier? Why we're gonna need those 45 degrees, this little extra space? Because this is wobbly as fuck. Okay? But that's not a problem. We compensated for that. We have extra room here. We're gonna attach an L bracket here and an L bracket here. And that's gonna give us our nice sturdy beam. Good? Cool. Let's lock these down. You might need a different size.
Yep. Maybe. Pretty good.
It's off, but it doesn't need to be perfect. Smaller?
Mm-hmm.
Try that. That's it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is how we're gonna use these angle mounts. We're gonna pop a little screw in here. And of course, it's not gonna go through because these holes are stupid. Very nice. Just gonna keep kicking that wherever we want. Let's see. Maybe another one of those that's not gonna want to go through. You got it?
Is it the one you need?
That's, I don't know. Did we switch? No, that's it. That's be the one. Thank you. this on and we'll go from there. So now just by adding one of these, you can already see how little it wiggles. So that's why we're doing it. Yeah, it's definitely not gonna wiggle. That's fucking solid. Nice. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Simple, easy. Looks like we might have to go to that one. I don't think it's gonna reach. Alrighty. All right, Ming. She is up there.
In action!
All right, so here's what we're doing. We're mounting the bracket that the rail gets mounted to. All right, we determined that this is exactly where we need it. It's the proper amount of distance. It's going to clear this little bar here. That's what we need. We're going to use what's called a step bit to get to the desired hole. This just makes life easy. I think they're like 20 bucks. They're worth every penny. So basically what happens is it starts off really small, and then as you punch through, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until you get to the desired size. go one more. That'll do it. That's it. All right, so we're gonna grab some more bolts and we're gonna get this fucker on. All right, so we're not gonna use the bolts that come with the package to install this. I would rather use lag bolts with a nut behind it with a washer and a lock washer. It's just gonna give it a little bit more support. I have seen these just simply pull right out of the garage door. We don't want that. So our bolts are a little bit bigger than these eye holes here. So we're just gonna use our step bit again, and we're gonna go one peg down. This is really hard to work with. And that'll do it. Okay, so we got our bracket, we got our bolt through the hole, through the right hole, another one, put it through that hole, washer, lock washer. You're not going to be able to see it, but it's going to go on the back here. I promise you it's there. Nut. This is probably going to be the hardest part. Okay, same thing for the second bolt. Washer, lock washer. Nut. Getting that threading is a pain in the ass. There we go. All right, nice and snug. That's on there. It ain't going nowhere. Promise. Alright, so while we're over here, we're going to do this because it's fucking easy and why not? So we have our elbow. That's going to go right here in the middle. We got a pin. Pin goes right through. Easy peasy. Take your key ring. Thread it through the hole. And you're done. Okay. Now we have our long arm, the smallest pin that came in the package, and another key ring. I'll put it here in the trolley, right through, easy, easy. Key ring, clipped in. See? Now we can release this. And when we come back, we're going to be installing this right here. We'll probably use these two holes. So bolt, and everything will be pretty much installed. We're just gonna have to show you how to do the electric eyes and the installation. Ooh, hi. The installation of the button. Cool. So we're at the point where we're gonna attach these two bars together. What holes you choose is gonna be, it's gonna be upon what kind of door you have, how high your shit is. These are the holes that we decided were gonna be best for this particular garage. We have still a little bit of an angle here, which is good. That's what I wanna see. We're gonna take LL, MM, and NN, which is a bolt, a lock washer, and a nut. Put the bolt through, lock washer on the other side, and the nut to close it. You're going to tighten this down. Bolt, lock washer, nut. So how we determined what holes we were going to use was based on this brace right here. So we want the apex of the curve to come just about 2 inches underneath it, just enough for it to have enough room to maneuver and not fuck up the door in the process of opening or closing. Okay? So that's all we did. So we're going to walk you through the steps that we did. Very easy stuff, nothing that gets really technical, super easy shit. So we have our eyes, okay? Eyes are right here. Bolt goes right through the hook, okay? And this clips right on. Let me see if I can get it off for you and I'll show you. Yep, okay. See? So we have the eye, goes on with a wing nut, and then to get it on, push it on the rail, and then you snap it back. That's literally it, okay? After that, we stapled the wire all the way up into the center where they both meet. There's one on this side as well. They both meet in the center. And then we stapled the wire to the ceiling. Okay.
And brought it all the way back to the motor.
Alrighty. So, our two wires that we brought over from the electric eyes, we just wrapped around here, tucked it in nicely. A couple zip ties, nothing fancy. Alright, now coming on over here. We have a white and we have a black terminal. So we splice the wires, we put the black wires together, and in the black hole, you push the orange pin in, shove the wires in, very easy. We did the same thing with the white, okay? They're nice, they're secure, done. Now, for our wall opener, we have it already pre-ran through the ceiling, which was nice for us. That came down. Now they just use regular low voltage wiring, so it's like telephone wire. We cut out the rest of the colors. All you need is red and white. That's going to come in important later on when we move over to the wall, but otherwise that's pretty much all you missed. Oh, and I did fail to mention that Brian secured the light bulbs quite nicely, I will say. All right. Now, if you'll follow me over here to the other side. This compartment right here is where your battery backup is going to go, okay? That little 12 volt battery or whatever volt battery it was. There's a little screw there. Take the battery, you put it in on its end. Okay? So you see the terminals, red goes to red, black goes to black. Shove it in, tuck the wires back nice. We're gonna put the door on, and we're gonna screw it back in. So, we're done with this side. We can close this up. So this is a pre-existing plate. This came with the house. There's really nothing to it. We just need to get it off. Tell you that much. Okay. And this. So this is what we have inside. I'm just going to cut a little bit of this off, just so we have some fresh wire that hasn't been painted.
We wanted to contact a little bit and discuss that.
So just like well, you didn't see earlier because we didn't have any audio. So these are extra wires. We don't need those. I'm going to cut them out of the way so you don't get confused. Okay. Now, On the back of our wall remote, we have white, we have red. What do you think we're gonna do with these?
Let's take a guess.
You guessed it. Take a Phillips head, and we're just going to unscrew this just a little bit. Don't need to take the whole thing out. Okay. Now we have red. White. With a little twist on there. Okay. Loop the wire around it. Screw it down. We'll do the same thing for the white. Gonna loop it around the screw. Drive it home. Okay. And that's pretty much all there is to that. Now, to get this on the wall, shove all this shit back in here. This here bottom screw, we're just going to go ahead and put it on in. Let it stick out just a little bit because it does clip on in the back here. Go a little bit deeper. Nice. Okay. So underneath the clicker here, we have a little trap door. And that's where the top one's going to go. Now you don't need to over tighten this. Close that back up. Very nice. When we come back, we're going to go ahead and plug this unit in and see what kind of a job we did. Alright guys, so we're going to set the parameters. How far down we want it, how high up we want it. You see this square button right here? Whatever. You're going to press it. You're going to hear it. That's going to signify that it wants you to set the upper parameters. Now we actually have the garage door pretty much exactly where we want it, so we're going to hit that button again. Boop! Awesome. Now it wants us to set the downward parameter. I press it, hold it. Okay, that's where we want it. That's the downward position. We got a nice seal at the bottom. We're going to accept it. Now it's going to do a dry run. Up. Oh, and we just unscrewed the bulb so you could actually see what we were doing. So now it wants to go down. Press it. Let it do its thing. Couldn't get much better than that. Screw your bulb back in. Done. Okay, so now that's all set up. The only thing that we got to show you now is how to add your clickers and how to add your keypad. Okay? All right. So, the setup of this is pretty easy. I'm gonna go to menu. Let's go ahead and set up the clock. Why not? Change time. 24 hour. Good.
And the time is now 10:42.
Change time. 10. .42 p.m. Good. Done. All right. So this is going to flash back and forth from the temperature to the time, kind of as it goes. This here signifies how the battery status is. So right now we're at halfway. Shows that it's charging. We want to see that. Let's go back into menu. You can lock and disable all the remotes, which is kind of nice. A little feature. This is where you change your temperature from Celsius to Fahrenheit. You can change your language, your light settings. Let's go in there just for shits and giggles. Light time. I think that's the most we can do. All right, so 4 minutes and 50 seconds. So when you walk in the door or you walk past this, there's a little eye in there and it'll pick you up. So like I was saying in here, it has a little eye in here, so it'll pick you up as you walk through the door and it turns the lights on automatically. You can choose the length of time you want, all the way down to 30 seconds, all the way up to 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Oh, I'm sorry, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. We're going to back out of there. You can change the brightness of the screen in contrast adjust. And that pretty much sums up what you got kind of going on here. Now, for programming, you're going to go down to Program. We're going to click Enter. We want to say Remote. So we have our remote. Press the button on the remote control. We got confirmation. Done. Now we're going to do the next remote. Enter. Remote. Enter. Confirmation. Done. Now, last but certainly not least, if I may, sir. Okay. Alright. So, last but not least, we have our keypad. We're going to go into Program. Come on down to Keypad. Enter. Brian's going to put in his 4-digit code that he wants, and we're going to press Enter again on here, and Enter again on here, and we're going to be set up. The only thing we need to do is drill this into the concrete outside.
I gotta put in the code now?
You can. You want to do that?
Let's go ahead and do that. You say Brian's gonna put in his code.
Program. Keypad. Go ahead and put your 4-digit code in.
Yeah, make sure.
I don't think she took. Alright, hold one. Press press your 4-digit pin and hold enter. There we go. It's done. So we're going to exit out of that. Brian, if you'd be so kind, go ahead and put your code back in, hit enter. Garage doors going up. We tested our pin pad. Now we're going to test our first remote. First remote's working. And now we're going to test our second remote. Second remote works. Here we go, brother. Yours. And last but not least, we're going to show you how to install the keypad on concrete wall. Okay. So we're going to do this hole first. Why don't you? Oh.
It's recording.
All right. So, for this next step, we have concrete. So you're going to need a hammer drill. Oh wait, stop. Hammer time. See if we can get that a little centered. That looks about center, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looks good to me. And we're going to take one of these little doohickeys here. Perfect size. Stick that right in there. Brian, if you have a little hammer. Looks good to me. We could do better. All right. Okay. So this is going to be the top. Put this on. Screw it in a little bit more. Like a cunt hair on that one. That looks pretty good to me. All right. So the second hole is going to be under the battery compartment. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. Okay. Do we have our level available? Yes, we do. Get this as straight as humanly possible. I know I'm in the shot. My apologies. That looks good to me.
All right. So at this stage, we need to
download the app. The app is going to walk you through pretty much everything else you need to do. So go into your Android or iOS app store, type in My Queue. That's it. Go ahead and tap install. Open her up. Privacy policy, accept it. Go ahead and get started. Now you're going to have to sign up. So we are going to go ahead, hit sign up. We're in the United States. Now we are going to pause the recording while we put in our personal information, and then we'll come right back.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah, so after completing the registration, you're going to go to your email, you're going to click confirm, blah, 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 whatever. So then when you come back into the app, you're going to be on this screen. So now we're going to go ahead and hit garage door opener with Wi-Fi. Yep. Check. 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 I'm ready. So this one up top here is going to be the one that we have. All right. And now we're going to come over here. So we're going to go through the app with you as we work our way through the app and as we work with the touch panel. Okay? So first steps first, I'm going to hit menu, which is this button right here. Okay? And we're going to move it down to program. It'll highlight up here. You'll see that. And we're going to hit the arrow key. Now, it wants us to set up Wi-Fi, so we're going to move it down. Keep going. Down, down, down. Up, 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 up. My Queue Wi-Fi opener. Beautiful. We heard a beep. That's what we want to hear.
And we're gonna go to next.
You're gonna hit next. And we heard the beep. We're gonna hit yes. Looking for devices. This might take a second. We can go ahead and name that whatever you want.
And we're gonna pause and put in our password.
All right, so we entered that. We heard 3 beeps. That's what we wanted to hear. At this point, we can go ahead and name it, whatever you want to name it. You want to leave a garage door, leave a garage door. All right. Man cave. Nice. Hit next. All right. We're going to skip this for now. If you're a Prime member, you can sign up and they'll leave your shit inside your garage. We're going to keep it moving for now. Just go ahead and hit the X. Yep. Okay. Safety's important. That was good. Man cave. Dunsky. All right, go ahead and give her a try. Cool. We'll hold on that for now. All right. So we know that works. And we're going to come back over to the camera.
Still recording?
No, we're done with that for now.
Okay, and it's closed, as you can see.
Hold on 1 second. Let's see what we can do about the blurriness here. Okay. Now, Brian, something a little different happens when you hit the close button from the app. Now, it's going to do this. Let's say you're out and about and you saw your garage door was open, or you're going to close it for whatever reason. If you hit close right now, it should make a 30-second beeping noise, and the light's flashing. Okay? So it's about 10 seconds. All right, and then the garage is going to close. Now, it does this for a reason. It does it so to allow anybody who's in the garage to know it got a command to close and to get the fuck away from the door. All right? So that beep starts about 10 seconds, and then the door starts to close. All right? And now back here on the app, it'll show you how long your garage has been closed for. It's a little blurry, but...
It's still recording on the screen.
Oh, okay, great. So, I'm going to stop it on the camera here, and I'm going to tell you a couple fun things about this app. Now, if we go to history, it'll show you when it was open last, when it was closed last. So that's kind of cool, but you know, if you're going to use that, no problem. We have works with over here. So you can do the Amazon key up top. You can link it with your Ring, your Google Assistant, all that fun shit. Now we hit home. And if we go into the settings, now we can kind of manipulate the notifications. So if we want to set up notifications, which I think Brian does, I'm going to hit the plus. Notifications, it'll tell you if it's been opened, closed, stopped. You can do immediately, remind me. You can set what times you want to restrict it. Kind of cool. Kind of cool there. So we're going to save that.
Notification name, Man Cave.
Man Cave. Okay, done. Save. Fantastic. All right, so we're gonna go back out, back out. You'll have these Amazon ad thingies pop up. That's whatever. Now, if you have 2 garage door openers, 2 homes, 4 garage door openers, it does not matter. You can hit the plus sign and device. You can add new garage doors. You can add all sorts of shit. Cameras, smart locks. Your choice. Okay, we're gonna back out of that. And users. Now you can share your access with other people, other devices. So Brian's wife, he can send share now to her email, and it will allow her to download the app. It'll walk her through all the steps to download the app. She's gonna put her name in, blah, blah, blah. Kind of cool. All right, guys. I think that pretty much concludes it for the app tutorial. So we will catch you guys in a couple minutes.